the new Africa, one more independent country, the state of Uganda. At Entebbe Airport, Prime Minister Milton Obote and His Highness the Kabaka wait to greet the Britannia, which brings the Duke of Kent to represent the Queen at the independence celebration.
In 1962, when Uganda gained independence, the landscape of education underwent a profound transformation. What was once a limited and fragmented system has since evolved into a cornerstone of progress.
Standing here to debate about the motion saying that Ugandans should limit the number of children they have. Indeed, they should limit the number of children they have because of my following views.
Caroline Kavuma, a lecturer at Chambogo University, takes us through the education system back in the days and revealed that it only focused on grooming specific individuals for specific offices.
The education aimed majorly to prepare someone to work in the offices of the whites, who were then leading Uganda as a protectorate, and they were selectively taken into this education. It wasn't everybody who was available that was coming into school. They used to select those people whom they thought, yeah, this one can make it, and can work as a secretary, and can work as a clerk, and can work at this. Those who looked honest, royal, and also had a bit of aptitude.
During the pre-colonial days, missionaries built a number of schools which are currently termed as traditional schools. According to Caroline, these schools have kept standards of grooming a holistic child, though she is worried about their extinction.
You know, those traditional schools have not added it to themselves. New schools are coming up, but me as an educator would still take my child to a traditional school. Why? They still bring up the child as a whole, which you asked me what role we are playing. We are playing in nurturing the person to be educated, to be civilized, and to stand firm as a producer, a contributor to her society. So these schools are still helping children to peel, to slash, to hold the hoe, and to get those other skills which are not learnt in the four walls of the classroom. These new schools where children are being pampered are doing a disservice to this country in some way.
Since formal education was introduced around 1880s, Uganda has been operating under a curriculum that was set then. Caroline notes that it's high time that Uganda woke up to an education system that fits its needs.
Of late, Uganda is waking up to say, wow, look here, we need to be ourselves. We need to come up with curricula which speaks to our needs and which takes the child to understand the context and believes in himself that now this is the situation, I must do something about it. Otherwise, I think we've been in an education which is not ours. And now we are coming to education which is ours.
However, the current privatization of education has seen so many schools being set up, and Moses Bateganya, a principal TVET officer in the Ministry of Education and Sports, attributed this to the high demand since government cannot afford all children into schools.
When there is a demand, then people think otherwise, that how can I now move to satisfy my demand? And we realized that one, the population is also growing. And once the population grows, you find that now you have so many people, and therefore people need to go for education. And the fact that the policy said that every child must go to school. If that statement wasn't to be there, then nobody would be thinking of struggling for access for education.
When asked about the challenges in the education system, Moses noted that there should be a better policy governing the teaching profession.
We do not have the regulations, the policy that could guide the teaching profession. And therefore it means once you don't have the policy that guides the teachers, then it means you have the gap in the teaching itself. Then on the other side is other stakeholders who want to participate in the teaching and even in education when they are not trained.
Moses believes to have a better education system, a teacher must be catered fully for. He also believes that the ministry should also regulate all private bodies who intend to open up new schools.
We want now to work on the teacher. And once we hold the teacher into our hands, a teacher who is trained, a teacher who understands his or her job, her responsibility, and is accountable to what it does, that is the one that is going to drive this country. The other future trend is to regulate the opening up the schools. If you don't measure to the standard, then don't open up the schools.
We interacted with a few parents who noted the improvement in the sector since independence, though with a few challenges.
There are many schools that have been built up by the government, by the private ones. Now there are many. Everywhere you look, you can get a chance to take your kid to school to get that knowledge. The fees is too much, but we have nothing to do. We just have to put more effort and look for the money because we want the kids to go to good schools. So you have also to work hard and get that money and take the kid to the school.
A big number of children have gone through the UPE and the USE, which has really helped to improve on the standard of education generally, and to increase on the number of children and the number of people who can read and write.
From the establishment of free education in 1997 as UPE and USE in 2007, Uganda has consistently improved in education, with thousands graduating from higher learning institutions annually. Today, the education system stands as a testament to the commitment to knowledge and development, though the challenge still remains at employment of those that graduate.
Uganda is born again, free and independent.